Right, well, okay, I need all the founders to come up on stage for the lightning round. So make your way. Okay, so this is a really important part of the meeting today when we all get to hear from the founders in the room. You get to learn about who's here, what they're doing, and so this is going to be like a quick, we'll run down the line about 60 seconds each to hear about each company and what we're all doing. So I'm going to start with Keith with Evoya, and I'm going to line the rest of the folks up.
Thank you, Jordan, and good morning, everyone. I'm Keith Fodroska. I am the CEO of Evoya, and Evoya is a combination of two words, in case you wonder what it means. It's evolution and the Greek word for fire. And what we're about is what we say in our tagline is bringing the power of fire to farmers. Now, why do we say that? We all know that fire can have some very destructive properties. That's been all over the news the past few months. But it's well known from the ecology of fire that there are some very beneficial things that can happen as a result of a fire and the charring process, as well as beneficial compounds that are in the smoke, depending on what you're burning. What we've done in a nutshell is to basically take the benefits by a proprietary extraction process of the char itself, which that would be biochar. We make it in a very specific way. We extract the beneficial compounds out of that into liquid form so that it's very easy to use, much easier than using granular or dry biochar. And then we apply that to seed, to soil, and we're working on a concept for foliar to bring the benefits of that to you, the farmer. So I know there are several growers in this room that have used the product. I had a great conversation with Joe Rowe last night about his experience. We're happy to talk more about that. We are in market now as a seed treatment. We're about to launch, and that seed treatment is called Amplifier. We're about to launch our second product, which is In-Furrow, and then we're going to also in the next year or two launch a foliar product. So thank you for using our product. I'll be around through lunch to tell you more about it if you're interested. Thanks.
Good morning. My name is Kyle Moeller. I'm the CEO of Insignum AgTech. We enable plants to talk to you through a language we can both understand, which is color. We create new genes out of plant DNA that cause crops to turn color, like purple, in the very early stage of particular stress, such as disease. Our first trait causes corn to turn purple about a week before you would otherwise be able to see that disease was there. I was really happy to host Spencer down at our field day here this last year, and he got to see it for himself. So you don't have to take it from me. You can go ask him what these plants look like. So we're the benefit of this technology is that you can see exactly when a problem like disease shows up and get it treated and then better control that problem. You can use precision to treat if you want to and figure out which parts of your field need to be treated. And then you don't have to prophylactically spray. You can have that early warning sign. You can treat only if you actually need to. We are really excited to have a couple of updates here from last year. We've got our gene-edited product made now. So previously we had our prototypes that were GMO. And so we're really excited to move that forward in commercialization. We're continuing our collaboration with Beck's Hybrids, and we've got a second seed company signed up to test with us again this year too. Furthermore, we're going to have some seeds in the hand of Keystone Co-op, which is one of the top 10 retailers in the country. Not up in this area though. We're from Indiana, and they're primarily based down there. So we're really excited to have those new testing partnerships moving forward. So I'm really excited to speak to you all, and looking forward to a good day today.
Good morning. My name is Bruce Webb, and I'm from Lepidex, and we're about worm prevention rather than worm treatment. Now, we all know that there are worse things than finding a worm in your apple, and that's finding half a worm in your apple. Okay? Now, what we're doing is something that's been done to control worms in apples since 1993. They're producing sterile moths and releasing them. The thing that we're producing is a sterile moth that transmits an infection that sterilizes the moth. And what that means for you is that we can do it 100 times more efficiently. which means that we can deliver at a cost that's much less. Right now, it costs $315 an acre to treat apples with sterile moths for the season. We can do it for less than $50 an acre, which means that we can bring this technology to row crops. The best thing about this is this sterilizing agent is already in your fields. We have just developed an isolate that works better than what you have in your field. So at Lepodex, we're about worm prevention rather than treatment.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Jack Klober. I'm the CEO of Micro MGX. I'm a retired lieutenant colonel. And at Micro MGX, what we do is we use nature solutions. So we discover rather than create. And our lead product from nature, in this case bacteria, is a new herbicide. We're really happy to say it's a novel or a brand new mode of action. It'll be a new category of herbicides, and it works really well on broadleafs like palmer, water hemp, kochia, mare's tail. So we're really happy about that. We're running trials right now. We've already talked with and had 1 full year of experimentation with 3 of the largest 5 crop protection companies, and we're running trials here in Iowa, our CRO trials, as well as Tennessee. We have a follow-on with because we have a pipeline that can keep finding new products. Next one is going to be it's an anthelmintic for worms and livestock, sheep and goats and pigs. And we also have a herbicide coming behind that. So we're really happy to continue finding what nature has already created.
Hello, I'm Doug Toll with Rise Bio. At Rise Bio, we've developed technology to help farmers measure the natural capital within soil, the biological potential to promote yield. Farmers have a lot of access to how deficient their soil is in NPK, but there is no technology that can help them understand what is the natural potential of their soil to promote yield. And there are ways to increase that natural potential through cover cropping, use of biologicals, things of this nature. So farmers send their soil to us, we perform the analysis, we report a simple score, it's called the RISE score, and this score, this year we've correlated the RISE score to end of season yield with a 92% correlation. And we're looking for farmers to trial this with. We're actually a commercial stage business, so if you're interested to trial our technology, we can do that. One of the things that we do is to help farmers understand whether or not a biological fertilizer or stimulant will respond on their soil. And we've had instances where we've seen responses and the farmer trials them out and gets a significant increase in yield, but we also find instances where there is no response. And so you're saving money before having to spend tens of thousands of dollars on these new products just to see if they don't work. So we are, the guys we work with are optimizing their starter, and happy to talk to you. We'll be in the corner, and thank you.
Hey everyone, Mitchell Hora. I'm a farmer from down in Washington County, and I'm the founder of Continuum Ag. We're a soil health software company. We are still doing the Haney soil health test, which is what we were and what our specialty was when we first got involved here at Ag Ventures. We're still doing the Haney soil health test, helping farmers manage their fertility utilizing that tool. But more recently, we've been specializing in helping farmers quantify and verify their carbon intensity score, which can be utilized to create value in the 45Z tax credit market or in other emerging carbon markets. We've been scoring farmers for free, and we've done 360 million bushels through our system since early part of last year. And we're the first company that has verified on-farm carbon intensity scores. We did that with about 29 million bushels about a month ago, and thanks to many of you that were involved in that and have supported us. We're continuing to try to help farmers quantify and monetize this CI certificate. We're finding the average value when 45Z comes through would be about $1.02 per certificate, returning to the farmer likely 25 to 50 cents out of that. So could be substantial financial opportunity, but helping farmers to manage their data, get it verified, help them to monetize the soil health efforts that they're doing on their farm.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be back here for my second year in a row. I am Tracy Woodmeyer from GRIP. Our tagline is dead simple, record keeping and messaging for farmers. And what that means is we put QR codes on anything you want to track to keep records on: trucks, trees, tractor, people, grain bins, forklifts, packing lines, you name it. And we provide a digital profile for that thing that you can keep little records on, notes, reminders for maintenance, the things you try to remember when you're out in the combine that you need to take care of after the season. We're on about 70 operations right now, and we're really seeing the ability to take the operators you're already paying to use your stuff and turn them into the eyes and ears of your operation. So we're very proud to be part of this organization and indebted to your support as we continue to scale.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jackson Stansel, founder and CEO of Sentinel Ag. We provide a nitrogen management framework empowered by software that helps you master nitrogen application timing and rate for profitability. Some of you may already know us as Sentinel Fertigation, but thanks to the efforts from some of the folks in this room, as well as the investment from the folks in this room, we have expanded our technology out into non-fertigated acres, including dry land. So just want to say thank you for encouraging us in that direction. We have a limited commercial release of our capabilities into dry land acres this year. What we are releasing is in-season nitrogen recommendations for all types of in-season applications, an ROI-based justification tool, a nitrogen simulator that can help you land on the appropriate nitrogen program for your acres, and also a field prioritization tool based on nitrogen sufficiency. If you'd like to learn more about that, I would love to see you at our booth. We're just over there on that side of the room. Don't let the fertigation on the tablecloth fool you. This is the last show that it's going to be there. So look forward to having some good conversations with you later today. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Sean Arthur, Regional Sales Manager with Environmental Tillage Systems. ETS was founded 21 years ago with the goal of proving that strip tillage is a better way of farming. And for the past 21 years, with some early help from you guys at Ag Ventures, we have established ourselves as a leader in the strip tillage equipment company. Our soil warriors are sold all the way across the United States, functioning in many different areas, from the Corn Belt to the down south, to even some of the toughest farms over in the northeast part of the U.S. So our soil warriors are delivering value to these farmers, helping ensure the profitability of their farm by giving them the opportunity to be more efficient with the inputs that they're investing into their farm, but also improving the yield potential on their farm. Thank you for the support that you gave us years ago. We're happy to be here today. We've got a booth set up in the back corner. We've got a full-size soil warrior sitting out behind the surf if you want to go out there and see one in person. But we are a success story with the help of you guys, and we're happy to be a profitable company and still proud to be part of the Ag Ventures Alliance.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm John Jackson with Global Neighbor. What we do is we use directed energy to make weed seeds non-viable and to stimulate crop seeds so that way they increase the yield. When we first met Ag Ventures Alliance, we were designing our weed seed destroyer. We've had 14 articles in publications, so hopefully you had a chance to read about some of those. Since that time, we've sold $400,000 worth of DE equipment to researchers. We've signed a distribution agreement with ReadyCop, so we have an international distribution for our weed seed destroyer, and we have an advanced PO for $420K for it. While doing all that work, we additionally were awarded a grant from USDA for $650K to put DE seed priming on a planter. What DE seed priming does is it stimulates hormones in the seed, makes the seed grow out of the ground a little faster, and increase the root mass that ultimately improves the yield. It's with that we're looking toward partners and people to work with us on bringing that to the market. We've already signed up Case as a collaborator to it, as they are really interested in that, and so we look forward to working with you in this room to make this innovation a success. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Dave Krogh. I'm one of the co-founders of Salem 247. We're based in rural Boone County. So we're developing small-scale, lightweight farm equipment. We like to say that we're developing smart, autonomous toolbars, these toolbars attached to different field implements. We started with a planter. We have 2 prototype 4-row planters that we've had in the field. So the idea is to get big, heavy equipment off the field and address soil compaction. So increase soil health, increase yields, and lower the cost of crop production. So we've been on, I believe, about 40 farms the last 3 years testing. So we have our planters. We've tested a liquid system for spraying, pre and post spraying. We've done quite a bit of side dressing of liquid nitrogen. We're also working with Montag on a dry applicator for side dressing and cover crop seeding. So one of the things that we learned, our prototypes are battery powered. There are some limitations with relying on batteries. So this year we're actually going to be rolling out a diesel electric version of our machine. That allows us to get a little bigger. It allows us actually to run 24 hours a day. So we're pretty excited to have that in the field this year. So we're excited to be a part of the Ag Venture Alliance network here, and I'd love to talk more about what we're doing. I'm going to be in the back at the big screen TV today.
Hi, I'm Landon Plaguey. I'm a farmer in this area, and we're building an oat mill in Albert Lea, Minnesota, working to move farmers down the supply chain, become more than just commodity producers to producing food that people eat. Our research has shown the demand's there. Our mill will process about 4 million bushels of oats a year. It'll affect the rotation on about 120,000 acres in southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. We have a group of about 120 investors that have put about $15 million into the project so far. Our financing is lined up, and we're breaking ground in about 2 weeks on the project, pending a couple permits. About a $55 million overall project in southern Minnesota to provide healthier food for consumers as well. Some of our differentiating factors are the gluten allergen status, the glyphosate status. We don't desiccate here. And then we'll have QR code level traceability on our product, which isn't available in the current marketplace because of the commodity system on oats. And then we can pay farmers a much higher price for their oats, which gives them the opportunity to grow a third crop that's viable, have good cover crops after it, and all the great ecosystem changes that come after that. So,
I'm Jackson Kimley, the founder and CEO of Midland Co. So there's 2 parts to our business. We manufacture and sell turnkey shrimp production systems to folks in Iowa who are interested in getting involved in a new industry. Second part of our business is we connect those farmers to the marketplace through a sales services agreement, negotiate offtake agreements, and that kind of stuff. Our core technology is based on using algae, nature's process that happens in the ocean, to clean the water, to recycle the nitrogen, to provide an excellent water quality for the shrimp that are produced, and a superior product, the actual shrimp that goes into the marketplace. I shared last year we had closed 3 half pilot growers. So we got all 3 of those farms built, and first shrimp was produced from one of those, and they met financial projections. So I was happy to be able to give them a check and get their product sold. And we've closed our first grower for next year, which will be full scale, moving into profitable projects for us going forward. And we are entering here in April. I think we'll have a soft launch with the second largest retailer here in Iowa. So that will be exciting. Thank you.
So Zach Smith again with Stockcropper. I'm pleased to be here again. Stockcropper makes autonomous livestock barns for farmonious farms. That's our tagline, whether it's backyards, acreages, vineyards, or actual field arrays like what we've developed with our Stockcropper production system. That's what we've been doing for the last 5 years. 2024 has been 2024 was a great year from last year when I was here last. We're in the movie Food Inc. in April. We relaunched our website, allowing us to take pre-orders for the Cluster Cluck Pico that we're giving away here today. We had a field day in August where we had farmers from 8 states come in to see our cluster clucks, as well as our farming system with the stock cropping itself, and we debuted the Cluster Cluck Pico, the redesign at that field day.
We currently, for that model, we have over 200 product reservations from our website that we've put out, so we're really excited to finally get to revenue this next year. We're going to have a limited production run, of which one of the units will be the one that we give away here, and then really look forward to scaling up in 2026 once we get customer feedback and do some retooling and redesign for our first major launch in 2026. And last but not least, one of the things that was a thrill this year was we had one of our Cluster Cluck Nanos working at Precision Planning's PTI farm in Pontiac, Illinois, with the stock crop production system, and we set the all-time corn yield record for corn that was grown where the Cluster Cluck went the prior year. We grew 434.9 bushels an acre following the barn and beat the previous record by 30 bushel, I think, an acre. So a good year, 2024.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jack Killian. I'm founder and CEO of Poultry Patrol, and we make robots for flocks and farmers. So we make a robot that runs around the turkey barn to get the birds up and moving. Birds, like people, like to eat, drink, and sit around all day, especially when they're not feeling well, and that means worse bird outcomes at the end of it. So getting a robot to run through the barn and get the birds back towards feed and water has huge health benefits, especially when they have some sort of sickness or disease. So a lot of times that's treated in the water. A bird doesn't drink water, it's not going to get treated. Right now, some of you might have heard about all the diseases going around in poultry. One that you might not have heard of, avian pneumovirus. There's a vaccine that's coming out. Pneumovirus is especially bad in turkey. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. So our robot will directly multiply the effects of that vaccine because it's a water-based vaccine. So getting the birds, again, back to eat and drink before they start feeling extra bad, more of them make it to market. Over the last year, we've seen that livability improvement through a variety of independent growers and have officially a deployment date with a large strategic turkey integrator coming up at the end of April. We are also on track to get a more deployable robot ready for the fall. So the call to action would be, if you guys know any turkey farmers who want basically more barn walks, give them my info. We're taking pre-orders to have an idea of how many robots we need to start shipping out this fall. And as you might imagine, you hear robot in the barn. I'm talking about a simple robot that runs around, but once you have that simple robot, you can start layering on all those fancier features you associate with robots, like the vision component of analyzing, is that bird walking normally? Thermal cameras on the robot to see temperatures of the birds, comparison. All that becomes available once you have that base set of wheel that actually survives in the barn. And one day we'd like to add some more of the physical interactions with the barn, tilling the bedding, that stuff. But again, you need that base set of wheels that makes sense. So our first step is that robot that really drives a better margin for the farmer, and we can actually deploy support across the country. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Reese. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Barnwell Bio. We analyze waste streams and manure on livestock farms to better understand disease outbreaks. We leverage DNA and RNA sequencing to give farms and vets a really broad understanding of what some of the disease risks could be on the farm. And our goal is to turn these byproducts into biosecurity for you all. Some business updates. We started working with FAR to do bird flu testing and really set up a system to help farms hopefully get ahead of this crisis. That work was covered in Time Magazine. Next week, we're closing our $4 million seed round, which is very exciting. And just one story there, an investor asked me for a reference. I put him on the phone with Mark Hanna, and the next day, I got a $1.5 million commitment. So thank you to all of you for all the work you do, and thank you so much for having me.
Good morning, I'm Chad Johnson, CEO of Grain Weevil. We build a robot that's doing the work no human should, managing grain bins and lots of other types of granular materials. We can protect people and profits by precisely maneuvering the material so we can increase airflow, temperature, and moisture uniformity. It is exciting for us because we are now for sale. You can actually order robots to be delivered in September. And the other big piece of our development, starting this summer, we'll be able to build and release sweeping attachments so that we can clean up the mess when we're done getting the grain out of the grain bins. So very excited, been a lot of fun being a part of Ag Ventures Alliance and helping us get to where we are. So now it's time for us to get the robots out and actually making a difference. We do have a list of really cool farmer wins with the 50 robots that we have out in the wild now. So back in the back, if you want to kind of hear some of the ways that people are using the robots other than just keeping them safe. Thank you.
I think that's it. Okay. All right, let's give these guys a round of applause.